two. Now, one group of people that's been picking up steam is what I like to call Kai's kids. You know how they have Kodak kids, you know what I'm saying? The Kai's kids, streamers that has basically came up under the help of Kai. You feel me? And I feel like one person that's getting a lot of flack, whether it's good or bad, is 2xRakai. Y'all don't know who 2xRakai is. It's kind of like a streamer who basically came up playing as like Kai's son or something like that. You know what I'm saying? He's a cool kid. You know what I'm saying? He's just a little bit extra. You feel me? A little. Sometimes, but it's cool. You feel like you're a kid, but at the same time, it's like it could come off a bit too much. With that being said, today we are reacting to why everyone hates 2xRakai. I ain't even gonna say his full username. You know what I'm saying? 2xRakai, but you already know what it is. The lore of 2xRakai. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, bro just be doing anything to his hair at this point. At this moment, you just need to just chop it all off at this point. You feel me? Like, I don't know, bro. It's like it gets to a point. Like, what's the purpose? Like, you said you wanted curls, but you over here looking like Raekwon.
2xRakai, a 16-year-old streamer.
Like, you should have. This was cool. You should have left it at that.
In the WRL community, and most people hearing that he got the police somehow to come to his house isn't even surprising anymore because of the wild things he's constantly doing. Even as someone who was 116, I wasn't thinking about nor actually executing on the wild things that he's doing, or even half of the things I see him doing.
It's not for LeBron, it's for Tyler.
See, this is where he crossed the line. So him cutting his dreads, I don't know if that equals up to, I don't know.
You talking about?
Chill, bro. You're burning the LeBron jersey.
I'm hoping my mindset wasn't like this, to the point where I would grab any signed jersey or any signed anything and burn it for what he feels is just a cool content moment. But if you've seen him at any point on your timeline, you're probably wondering, at what point in time do we stop saying that he is just a kid and he doesn't know how to act and he's doing all of this for content, and actually hold him accountable for a lot of the crazy things that he's been doing recently? If you haven't seen any of them, then I'm about to diagnose a lot of the stuff 2xRakai has been doing recently.
But realistically, besides the whole jersey thing, what really has he been doing? You feel me?
From streaming university to even a little bit before that, and seeing where the
he ain't even do too much at streaming university for real. Besides stroke late to class, that's it. You feel me?
Problem really lies, because a lot of this stuff makes countless people on the internet despise 2xRakai.
The TV though.
For anyone who doesn't know who 2xRakai is, this is a 16-year-old streamer who got his fame off being a clone / son of the famous streamer Kai Cenat, one of the biggest streamers in the world. And basically, Kai gave him a chance. He ended up getting on a call with 2xRakai, talking to him for a bit, and people started to love him. During their interaction, Kai must have saw the potential he had, because he ended up inviting him out to do collabs with him. And outside of collabs, he literally flew him out to stay in the house that he bought for him and a bunch of other streamers called the Clover Boy house. It was an amazing opportunity, and 2xRakai seemed like he had been flourishing in that house because his growth has been insane ever since. Unfortunately though, the content that he's been making there is very questionable, as you saw a preview of it in the beginning clip, that 2xRakai decided to call the police and pull a prank on them by quickly calling and hanging up, all because he felt like his hairdresser messed up while doing his hair.
Tell word of my mother, the cops are here. Word of my mother.
Nah, that's OD.
But I don't know. I think I'm an address. I literally called the cops. If I hung up mad quick, they'll put up.
They could trade. Does he not know that? Oh, well, yeah, 16. But
Yeah,
even I know that at 16.
Track our phones.
I would hope that most 16-year-olds and any 16-year-old that's watching this video has enough common sense to understand that calling the police and immediately hanging up for any reason isn't.
Listen, especially growing up in the era where prank calling was a thing, we knew not to prank call the cops. Because even if you hang up and you don't give the address, or you just, like, you know what I'm saying, make it like a 5-second call at least. It doesn't have to be 5 seconds. You call and then hang up. They probably will call you back. I ain't gonna lie. Either that or they'll pull up to your crib just to make sure that shit's straight. And even if they find out that it's a prank, you could get locked up, I think. Could you? probably could.
It's not only not a prank, but not a smart thing to do at all, because you're wasting police resources, and it's much more suspicious to call the police and then instantly hang up than to actually sit there and talk to them. But you shouldn't be doing that regardless, and he shouldn't be doing it because he thinks it's a funny content moment. But nowadays, it seems like that's all content really is in this sphere, is them doing the wildest things, trying to get the wildest reactions off of crazy stuff that you don't truly need to be doing. And because he's so young and he's in that environment, he's just going to keep on doing those things. He has the mind of a 16-year-old while having the resources of a grown adult.
Like, this right here is a crazy clip. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, when you say, like, is Rakai really a bad kid, and you pull up this clip, your argument is already, like, done in the green. And you shooting people in the face with the RBs, the Joeys, or whatever you call them, the Jello, pellet, whatever, bro. Like, I said Arby's. Hungry ass, look back at him.
Now, one mistake, burning a jersey. I can see somehow in your 16-year-old head that you thought that would be prime content and just messed up.
If somebody took my Zach LaVine jersey and lit it up, it's raps. It's done. Like, now I'm a find something that's sentimental to you for sure. We not gonna touch the Jordans. That's some female shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though I feel like you burning my jersey will be female shit. Yeah, it depends on the person, for real. Because I know how to get to a person's heart. You feel me? Regardless of who you are, I know exactly where to aim at.
We can grow and learn from this. Another mistake, you're breaking a TV that somebody just got for another person as a present and don't really seem to care. Hey, maybe again it's a 16-year-old mind. That's something we can learn and grow from. A third mistake, you hit a girl in the eye with an Orby. And several other.
Now, it's not confirmed whether that was him. You may see it in a clip, him going crazy, you know what I'm saying, with no aim assist and all that, but we don't know. Okay, she was laughing and she clapped back. She came back with the pow, 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 pow. You know what I mean?
Other things that happen in between those events. At a certain point, you have to stop giving him the leeway that he is a child. Even myself in some of my videos, I've just said, I mean, he's a 16-year-old kid around a bunch of people. Obviously, he's gonna do dumb stuff. But at a certain point, you have to just stop saying that, hey, he's a 16-year-old doing dumb things, because he has the ability to understand the stupid stuff that he's doing isn't right in any way, shape, or form. How are you gonna sit there and tell me a 16-year-old doesn't know that it's not okay to influence somebody else?
Listen, we in the day and age where people are emphasizing, is that a word, emphasizing? It's a word today. They're emphasizing 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds, even 23-year-olds, up to 25, because apparently their frontal lobe is not developed all the way. So with that being said, I feel like at 16, it's a justifiable reason to not discredit or justify their actions, immature actions to be exact. But I feel like, a 16-year-old kid, what do you expect, dude? We was all doing stupid shit at 16, bro.
Throw water or any type of liquid at
16, we was still ding dong ditching. At 16, I mean, we was still causing havoc in the malls, doing dumb stuff, you know what I'm saying, pulling biddies and all that. So I feel like, you know what I mean, he's still a kid, dude. Like,
security guard.
Oh, tota. Oop.
From throwing water on a security guard who's just trying to do his job, to maybe injuring a girl so bad in the eye that they thought she had to go to the hospital. These aren't just simple.
So was it really Rakai that did that? That was him for real?
Mistakes. These are things that are escalating beyond the point of just saying he is a 16-year-old kid. And honestly, a little bit before that, we could have already got to that point where you feel like, hey, you can't just pull the 16-year-old kid card. He doesn't know what he's doing, because anybody at any age has enough common sense to not do half of the things that he's doing. And it really gets to a point where you're starting to wonder, is it just Rakai, or maybe is it the influences around him? Not just AMP or anybody else that hangs around him that's a streamer, just online influences as a whole, because his content really isn't that different from anybody else's content you could tap into from the WRL community.
Daniel, you can stay on the IRL cam, bro. If the IRL cam
is this room not like OD to you? Like it's cool to have LEDs. Like I got some, but it's like it's just not like this is only for content. I can only be in here for at least 30 minutes to an hour because this right here is OD. That right here is OD. Like it's just hurting my eyes from the screen, dude. Like. And you gotta see me inside and outside. What? And this is the thing. You're looking at a kid who's branched off of a group that does stupid stuff, who's been doing stupid shit for the past 5 years. They have 4th of July in the crib. The fireworks wars. You know what I'm saying? You got kids themselves. So it's like, what do you expect? You know what I mean? That's a hard ass clip right here. I ain't gonna lie. That's a dope ass clip. Oh my god.
It would be
FaZe is like I would say it's like the G League, not the G League. Yeah, I would say like the G League of AMP.
for me to sit here and just blame Rakai when these are the people that he's being influenced from. These are the people he's looking.
I would say Max is Kai Sinat. I would say Silky's Duke to an extent. You got Lacey as Davis. You got Jason as Agent. And I would definitely put Stable Ronaldo. Yeah, I mean you ain't got no choice at this point. As Chris. Yeah. And then when what's his name? When Marlon comes into FaZe, and we'll swap him out as Duke Dennis. But for now, that's the equivalence right there.
Up to when creating content, and this is all the stuff that they're doing, from harmless stuff like pies in the face and maybe pouring something on top of yourself where you would have to clean it off or take a shower, to throwing entire mattresses in the pool and lighting fireworks in the crib. What 16-year-old isn't going to see that, have the ability to do it, and want to also do it as well? I don't want that to be an entire excuse for Rakai though, because in most situations you see him in, he could definitely find out what's right and what's wrong. But when you're drawing the line at what's content and what's not,
bro, this gameplay is the most brain rot I've ever seen in a while, bro. Then it's the fact that I'm falling for it. I'm looking at it like I'm not even paying attention to what's being said at the same time.
It becomes a little bit more blurred. Personally, I don't care how big the YouTube video you're gonna make about pranking me is gonna do. I don't care how big the clip you think you're gonna get all pranking me is gonna do. If you were to come in my room and light and firework, I'm not saying that's content. I'm taking that personally, and
that's beyond personal. I don't even know the word for that to describe that, but it's not stopping. It's non-stop.
Genuinely mad. But for people like AMP and people like the Clover Boys, where Rakai lives, that literally is just content. Maybe you get a little bit upset here and there, but genuinely they're just doing that for the clip, and a bunch of them there are fine with that. So it becomes a little bit.
That's the reason why I didn't want to move into a content house when I had the opportunity, because it's like, bro, the house is not even for you to kick it at. You know what I mean? There's always gonna be people around. There's gonna be cameras out, and I like my sleep. I don't even know if I'll be able to have my own room at that point. And it's just like, it's gonna be constant people messing with you, like constantly messing with you. You ain't gonna have no peace. You will be the first to sleep. You get drowned. Close your eyes for a few seconds. You got water all over your face, all over you. Like, I can't.
Harder when you sit here and have those lines be blurred, but what really is content and what's not. And a lot of people, specifically somebody that was at Streaming University with Rakai, even said himself, he doesn't feel like Rakai has that line to begin with.
Rakai don't got no.
And this is the worst person to give that message.
You know that tells you, you know, I probably shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do this. It's probably too far. That nigga Rakai don't got that. This nigga really, we're pouring water on each other. This is like the water we throwing bang.
It is ironic.
What the
It's
you
definitely
think?
ironic.
We throwing bang on niggas, nigga. Like I just took a shower, brother. Like, what you mean, bro? Like, he's like, that you not going with me? You a nigga? I'm a. Cause I don't want to throw soda on. I don't want to throw soda on people.
That isn't a crazy escalation from water all the way to soda.
Water
When
to
you know
soda is
afterwards a bunch of people are gonna have to shower, take care of themselves, clean, all that, and now you're just making it a ton harder for them to do. But then again, this is modern day WRL content, and if Rakai isn't the one that's gonna be doing it, someone at FaZe Clan might be doing it. If someone at FaZe Clan isn't gonna be doing it, someone at AMP, some random person in the community is going to be the one doing these things. So even though Rakai does cross lines pretty often, he's not the only one that's doing it. And at the end of the day, can you really even call it crossing lines when the space that he's in is basically doing the exact same thing as him, but just not being his age? I do feel like there's a lot more home training Rakai could definitely have, because certain things he does do is unexcusable at his own age. I don't want to make it seem like, oh, just because everybody else is doing that makes it okay. Doesn't mean it's okay. It just makes it understandable from his POV why he would feel like it's okay, because he's getting ostracized for doing it. Then he's looking around and being like, this streamer's doing that, this big streamer's doing that, this big streamer's doing that.
But that's a bad mindset to have. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he gets to do it and he gets to do it. Why can't I? That's a bad mindset to have.
And that doesn't make it good or okay. And it makes you wonder if Rakai should really be in these situations with these bigger creators, because again, he is young, very impressionable at 16 years old, around a bunch of people who are in their 20s, mid-20s, late 20s, around that age, and just mimicking what they do. So it really calls into question if this is the right environment.
Now you name a streamer that's doing what he's doing at 26, 7, and 8. Okay, maybe not 27. 28 and up, I would say. I'm 28, so you know what I'm saying, we're going to use me as an example. Rage, 27, 28. DDG, 27, 28. He's 27. Both of them are 27. Phantom, Agent, you know, Agent 31. Duke 31. Damn. Damn. Silky, 28. I'm pretty sure that Adapt and other dude that don't even be in the videos or anything like that, but he's always around with all the tats and stuff like that. They both definitely push 30. But yeah, I don't know any creator that's ODing like the way the kids do though.
For him as a growing person and just a growing streamer in general, but I don't feel like it would be any better place for him to be, because if he wasn't around AMP doing these things, he'd probably just be back home, and he's super successful, so he could just do those same things at his own crib. It's really unfortunate. I don't know how you could really solve this problem without looking at the WL community as a whole and just wondering why the content has come to this point to begin with, because there is no stopping Rakai unless you stop the big problem of the content that every single WL creator is making. But he could learn way better, because he does have some good mentors from Kai and other people in AMP who do try to help him and do their best to make sure he doesn't go down the wrong path overall. That's just how I feel. And if you want to tell me how you feel, the best place to do would be the comment section down below.
I mean, listen, regardless of his age, I wouldn't really excuse the crazy stuff that he does, but at the same time, it's like he's a kid. Like, what do you expect? I don't know. That's just how I see it. That's the end of this video. Comment down below y'all thoughts, leave a like, and hit the description box below with the bell to the side, because we're pushing that 500 subscribers before the summer comes. You feel what I'm saying? And the summer is almost here, and so is that 500, so let's get it there. You feel me? As you locked in, let's get it.
Take on the young to the